City Home Network's presentation of Houston Astros baseball. Your front row seat to the Astros and Rockets.
Astros have made the trek from Southern California to the Midwest, where tonight they will open up a 3-game series against the Kansas City Royals from Kauffman Stadium. Astros coming in with a record of 31-39. Royals 28-41 beginning play tonight. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Todd Callis alongside Jeff Blum. Glad you could join us for a Friday night of Astros baseball. Blummer, losing 2 out of 3 against the Angels was not the way the Astros wanted to start this road trip, but a chance to turn it around tonight.
No, fortunately, they had all day yesterday to maybe sleep off that series in Anaheim. Now we get after it here in the Central Time Zone again.
Time to shine our spotlight on Tatsuya Imai. It is our Shiner Box spotlight tonight.
He's done a very good job in those last 3 starts. We're going to show you the numbers. 2-1 with a 2.12 ERA. And remember, he started cooking out there at that barbecue in Arlington, going 6 no-hit innings against the Texas Rangers. And then he proceeded to go out there and go through the Milwaukee Brewers and strike out 8 more Athletics. But in those 3 games, 15 strikeouts for Tatsuya.
So Tatsuya Imai going against Kansas City for the first time. A lot of times when we talk about the Royals offensively, we focus on Bobby Witt Jr., but lately it's been another guy carrying the offense.
Yeah, another young star in this lineup for the Kansas City Royals is Jack Caglione. He's done a very good job going out there and swinging the bat. Here in recent days, doing a very good job facing the Texas Rangers pitching staff. But you can see the last 12 games hitting 452. And if you go back to the last 23 games, he's hitting 350. So on a little bit of a tear, especially after going 9 for 12 against Rangers pitching.
Caglione been a star lately for the Kansas City Royals. He went to the same high school as the former Astro Kyle Tucker. When we come back, we'll be checking in with Lauren Calendar. She'll have some late roster moves for the Astros, including a guy who's hoping to make his big league debut this weekend in an Astros uniform in Kansas City.
Welcome you back into Astros baseball on SCHN. We're getting you ready for this series opener between the Astros and Royals at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Lauren Calendar here with your Jack in the Box dugout report. We've got rehab updates, roster moves, and a new face in the Astros clubhouse here in Kansas City. So let's get you all caught up. Some rehab news here. Hunter Brown made a rehab start Wednesday in Sugarland AAA. Joe Espada told us he's set to return and make a start against Detroit back home next week. Brown threw 5 innings for AAA Sugarland on Wednesday, allowing just 1 earned run on 3 hits while walking 2. In some more news, Yainer Diaz also closing in on a return. He caught 7 innings for Sugarland last night and is serving as the designated hitter tonight. Espada didn't provide an exact timeline for Yainer's return, but said he is very close to returning to this club. When it comes to roster moves, Reynel Delgado has joined this club here in Kansas City. He's ready to make his debut sometime this weekend. He was selected to the Major League roster after Shea Whitcomb was optioned following Wednesday's game. Espada told me Delgado brings a lot of versatility. He's a strong defender who can play all over the field, especially on the left side. Offensively, he's a left-handed contact hitter who can provide a quality at bat and give the club another option off of the bench. I caught up with the newest Astro during BP. He's so excited for his first time in the majors, telling me his entire family is in attendance this weekend from Miami to share the moment. When I asked what he brings to the table, he said versatility is his biggest strength, can play multiple positions, and bring some speed to the game in whatever role he is asked to play in. One more thing, he's looking forward to the incredible food scene back home in Houston, so he's looking forward to getting back home next week and exploring that. We're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's lineups and first pitch as Astros baseball continues from Kansas City.
Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Texas Children's. And by AAA Auto Insurance. Switch and save up to 21% with AAA Auto Insurance. Back back here at Kauffman Stadium on a Friday night, getting ready for a weekend series. Astros and the Royals getting set for the first pitch. That's how the Astros will line things up. Jeremy Pena will lead things off for the Astros. He'll face the right-hander Luinder Avila. Royals wearing their Forever Fountain City Connect uniforms tonight, and we are underway with a swinging strike. Pena with a 0 for 11 going, a 5-game hitting streak against the Royals going back to last year. Count is 1-1. 83 degrees at game time here in Kansas City. Very nice, comfortable June evening here for baseball. Ground ball right side, that's a base hit. Pena now with a hit in 6 consecutive games against KC going back to 2025.
Here is the rest of today's starting lineup for your Houston Astros, brought to you by Whataburger. Yordan Alvarez starting the plate, Christian Walker, Isaac Paredes behind him, Jose Altuve, Joey Loperfido, Cam Smith, Taylor Trammell, and Christian Vasquez behind him. Yordan loves hitting in this ballpark.
He really does. Really good numbers against Kansas City, especially here at Kauffman Stadium today, facing the young right-hander, 24-year-old Luinder Avila. Luinder pitched a couple of games for Team Venezuela, the gold medal team in the World Baseball Classic, under the managerial runnings of Omar Lopez and Javier Bracamonte in the bullpen as well. Those two guys had a conversation with Michael Garcia, who's over at third base, also a part of Team Venezuela. This one off the plate. And of course, Salvi Perez behind the plate, basically the captain of Team Venezuela, the last 4 or 5 WBCs. He's been part of Team Venezuela as long as the WBC's been around. There's a strike to Yordan. It's 2-1. Jeremy Pena, who had the day off, didn't start the game on Wednesday, so basically playing with 2 consecutive days off, leads off the game with a single to right. Now Yordan with a 2-1 count. Goes after that slider and misses it. It's 2-2. Slider's been a good pitch for Avila during the year. Trying to get the fastball at the bottom of the plate and missed. It's 3-2 to Yordan. Alvarez starts the night leading all of baseball with a 1,066 OPS. 61 points higher than anybody else in either league. Winder checking Pena over at first base. Not a lot of starts this year for Avila, just his 4th start of the season, his 3rd in a row after Chris Bubik was placed on the IL. There goes Pena. The pitch is swung on and lifted into left field, sending Collins back. He's at the wall. This ball will be gone. Yordan Alvarez hits one out the other way into his own bullpen. He'll show love to his bullpen mates on his way around second, and the Astros out in front 2-0. That ball kept carrying to left.
It really had some late life. We don't see Yordan go to the opposite field, straight away left field too often. But here at Kauffman Stadium, where he might as well have the pink slip on this place, with the numbers he's put up, just adds to it. That's now a 6th home run in this stadium, and he came into this game with an 1188 OPS. But a quick start for the Astros on a breaking ball hit the other way off of Air Yordan's bat.
23rd home run on the season, continues to lead the American League, only trailing Kyle Schwarber in the major leagues. And as we look at the flags above right field, Blummer, they are definitely blowing out to left. I think that ball was probably going to carry pretty close to the wall, but it may have been helped out with a little bit of breeze blowing that way as well.
Not only is he a great hitter, he's a smart hitter. He even uses the environment to his advantage.
Now got 20 RBIs in his 19 career games played in this stadium. Avila doesn't give up a lot of home runs either. This ball hit in the air high, and now it's going to carry to left all the way back to the wall again is Collins, and that one is gone. Wow. Back-to-back jacks. Christian Walker said, I see that jet stream out there.
He got the memo.
He put one high in the air that just cleared the left field wall. Alvarez and Walker with back-to-back jacks. It's 3-0.
Skywalker in flight. Pew! Afternoon delight. Man, did he get that thing elevated. You're right, TK. The metrics on these baseballs may not say they should have gotten out, but with that wind blowing from right to left, they are getting pushed out of here in a big way. That one was hit just under 100 miles an hour off the bat with a 40-degree launch angle.
Wow. You could tell the way Collins went after that one, too. He thought he had it for most of the way back, and then he just ran out of room.
Had to drift a little bit and just couldn't get back there.
So a night where the wind is helping right-hand hitters is Isaac Paredes, who has had every home run in his career be a pulled home run. That's now with a 2-0 count. What a start for the Astros coming off the off day.
Man, the off day is amazing, isn't it?
It's unreal.
And these guys are fired up.
Avila has allowed just 2 home runs in his career in 45 1/3 innings before today. Now 2 home runs and 3 batters.
First 2 home runs to right-handed hitters this season as well.
Even in the minors, never gave up many home runs.
No, they like his stuff. He's got a good fastball, 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, but you're right about that. Slider is usually a pretty good pitch for him. He opted for that curveball.
So now Paredes with a 3-1 count. And he hits one in the air. This will not carry deep enough. In fact, the infielders are going to make the play. It's going to be the second baseman, Michael Massey, who makes the catch for out number 1.
Back to that swing. That was a curveball away that Jordan got underneath and elevated. Just some late life. You can see Collins just drifting, trying to figure out where that ball is going to be at. Didn't have enough real estate, but this is really the one that gives you the indication that it's carrying to left. He thought he had a shot until he didn't.
Walker with his 17th home run after Jordan Alvarez hit his 23rd. Now Jose Altuve taking a pitch for a strike. Jose looking for his first hit on this road trip. Takes one off the plate for a ball, 1-1. Altuve and Salvi Perez, very close friends. Both born on the same day. Both turned 36 this year. Jose on May the 6th. Salvi on May the 10th. Both these guys are not putting up the numbers on the season that they are used to putting up. Altuve coming in batting just .232. Oh! Avila looks down at his hand as that ball literally went to the backstop and it landed on the netting above the height of Jose Altuve.
Yeah, this one gets away a little bit, doesn't it? It's not going to register on the UT-MD Anderson strike zone.
That was way up there on the net.
Yeah, you just hope it slipped instead of, maybe a blister or something like that, but he looks like he's okay.
Now a 2-2 count to 2. And he hits one to left. Back on it goes Collins. Still going back. He's at the track and he makes the catch. Jose trying to follow Jordan Alvarez and Christian Walker with that home run to left, but comes up a few feet short. That's the second out of the inning. Now Joey Loperfido will bat. Both Alvarez and Walker were tied for 3rd in the American League in RBIs coming into tonight. Jordan taking over the league lead with now 50 RBIs. Dylan Dingler with the Tigers has 49. Nick Kurtz with the A's has 49. And now Christian Walker also with 49. Loperfido with a 1-1 count. Joey in the lineup for the second time on this road trip. Played in the game Tuesday in Anaheim. Went 0 for 4. Actually 0 for 3 that day. Got a pinch hit appearance yesterday, and now he's 0 for 4 on this trip. Takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Back-to-back home runs by Alvarez and Walker. Shows out in front 3-0. We just joined the team on this road trip with Lamont Wade Jr. injuring a hamstring in the first game in Anaheim. Perfido activated on Tuesday and in the lineup that night. Takes a pitch down and in, and Joey with a 3-2 count.
Good job taking some pitches for Joey Perfido, and you've got to do that against Avila. If he's on the plate, he's tough. If he's not, and you get yourself in some hitters' counts, you have a chance to take advantage of him. He has some battles with wildness.
That's going to be ball 4. Avila allows his first walk. Perfido draws a 2-out walk. And the 3 starts for Avila: 3 walks against Milwaukee back in April, 4 walks against Cincinnati on June 1st, and 3 walks in his most recent start at Minnesota on June the 6th. So he's averaging over 3 walks per start.
A lot of hitters know that going in, so they're going to try and shrink that zone a little bit against Avila.
Saw Brian Sweeney, the pitching coach, out there to have a word. What do you think of these City Connects? I like them.
I do too. The hat, maybe the gradient, I'm not a big fan of. But the overall uniform itself, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp.
It is really sharp.
Second go-round, second iteration of the City Connects for the Royals, similar to the Astros going with their new look for their second time.
I didn't realize you were going to appreciate it as much as you do.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean, did you pack that shirt on purpose? You said, I can't wait for Friday.
When the manager of the Royals said I could be working for the team
He called
tonight,
you out in the scrum, didn't he?
right after when we
Oh,
talked.
okay.
He waited, Matt Cotraro waited for a one-on-one conversation. He's like, yeah, that's a perfect color for our unis tonight. I'm like, I know. That was a mistake. 1-1 to count the Cam. And you went
I was going to
bold.
say, I'm
you
going
went
traditional.
blue.
I went traditional Royals colors with my shirt, so
And you're good.
we've got them covered. Yep.
Cam with a 2-1 count. Cam hitting a home run in his last game. Tied the game up at 2 in that game in Anaheim in the 8th inning. Now up to 7 home runs on the season. 5 of his 7 have come on the road this year. There you see his numbers on the road below his season average. He has been much better away from Dyken Park. The Astros, when facing pitchers recently who have struggled with command, have been good at really lengthening pitch counts, and they're doing it again tonight. This ball foul down the right field side will be in the stand. That's already 33 pitches thrown by Avila in this first inning.
It's an aggressive pace.
Guy who has thrown 86 and 70 in his last 2 starts. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Cam. On the ground towards the hole. That's backhanded. Long throw by Bobby Witt Jr. It's over the first baseman's head. Pasquantino tried to leap, and now Cam sliding back in is safe as Pasquantino recovered the baseball, and Cam had made the turn, so he had to slide back into the bag. It was a close play called safe by Tomlinson, and Pasquantino wants his dugout to check out the review of this one.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Cam got caught after that overthrow making a turn towards second base, and they're not going to check it. He had to show an evasive slide back into first base to avoid Pasquantino.
You rarely see that.
Yeah. But a good job pulling that baseball. Bobby Witt, of course, a very good defender, gets there. But the speed of Cam Smith may have rushed that throw a little bit, and there he had to rush back to the bag and just beat it. But evasive going to the inside part of the diamond away from Pasquantino.
That'll be a combination hit and error. Cam with the infield hit, the error allowing Perfido to get to third. And now Luinder Avila dealing with Taylor Trammell with his pitch count already in the mid-30s in this inning. Royals had a reset day yesterday, if you will, with their bullpen after using 7 bullpen arms in the game on Wednesday. Royals playing last night while the Astros had the day off. It's an afternoon game scheduled for 1:10. It was delayed 2 hours and 20 minutes and didn't start till 3:30. The frustrating part for Royals fans and Rangers who were here was that it never rained. There's Taylor Trammell, ball into center field for a base hit. Cam Smith's going to go to first, from first to third. Scoring is Joey Perfido. Astros in front 4-0. Taylor Trammell snaps an 0 for 8 with an RBI single.
Away we go. Big first inning for the Astros continues with Taylor Trammell getting a fastball at 97. Wanted that pitch in, it just didn't get elevated, and Trammell did a great job of pulling the hands through quickly. Good lag on that barrel, shoots it up the middle. Nice piece of hitting.
We've talked quite often, Blummer, about how many times the Astros have been playing a series at home where the other team's already been in town with the off day.
Yeah, there you go.
They actually flipped it this time, and look what's happening.
Great point.
Astros enjoyed the off day yesterday in Kansas City while the Royals were playing after a 2-hour and 20-minute rain delay. And now the Astros coming off looking fresh here in the first inning. Christian Vasquez batting with a 1-0 count. Last thing the Royals want to do is get their bullpen going, but they might be forced to. This poor kid is going to approach 40 pitches with this next delivery. Never want to see a guy in the 40s in his pitch count in one inning.
No.
It's wide, 2-1. There you see what happened Wednesday, Blummer.
Holy bullpen day.
I mean, that was with two guys throwing 30 pitches, Mason Black and Alex Lang. So that's why the game yesterday helped them reset, but they still don't want to go to their bullpen too early if they can help it. That's why nobody is warming up at this point, despite the lengthy first inning for Luinder Avila. Talking about that right now. Where's our comfort zone with him?
That's not a good way to start the series.
2-2 pitches up. It's 3-2. Astros batting around here in the first inning. Taylor Trammell adding to the lead with a base hit. It's now a 4-0 game. And Christian Vasquez with a full count here. Trammell will be off with a 2-out pitch. Up and in, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Avila. And the bases are loaded for Jeremy Pena, hitting for the second time in this first inning.
How has nobody on this infield gone out there and at least maybe tied their shoe or asked for help getting something out of their eye? You've got to get creative and give Avila a breather. Go visit with him. Go check the rosin bag, something.
Mason Black beginning to loosen up as Pena goes after the first pitch and pops a foul out of play. Showed you Black threw 39 pitches in that outing 2 days ago, warming up now. That wasn't on the bingo card for Matt Quatrero as a bullpen warming up in the first inning. Jeremy already with a single and a run scored in this inning. Takes a pitch wide. It's 1-1. 45 pitches.
I can't remember the last time I've seen that. One inning.
That one's getting get by Salvi Perez. Here comes Cam Smith. He'll score. Astros now lead 5-0 on the pitch that got away. And this nightmare inning continues for Luinder Avila with a wild pitch.
Young man's got to be exhausted. Sometimes when you're exhausted, it leads to bad mechanics. Right now, Avila is going through it.
5-0 Astros, now 2 in scoring position for Pena with a 2-1 count. And Jeremy watches that one wide, 3-1. The big man already with a 2-run home run in the inning is on deck and could have the bases loaded if Avila doesn't find the strike zone here with a 3-1 pitch. 48th pitch of the inning is a strike. This next pitch will be a season high for any pitcher in any one inning this year.
Incredible.
That's down, ball 4. The bases will be loaded for Yordan Alvarez on the 49th pitch of this start, and Matt Quatrero simply does not have another option other than to go to his bullpen here.
Oof.
The most uncomfortable walk for Matt Cotrero is knowing how much his bullpen was used 2 days ago, and he has to go to the bullpen here in the first. 5-0 Astros, back with Jordan, and the base is filled after this.
Well, if you're just tuning in, those numbers are correct. It's the top of the first, a couple of outs, and the Astros have the bases loaded, yet have 5 runs on the board already as Jordan digs in. He is going to face a different pitcher in this first inning. Mason Black coming in for his 10th appearance. 2.38 is his ERA coming in. Last time he was on the mound was a couple of days ago against the Rangers, where he gave an inning and 2/3 to the Royals, throwing 39 pitches.
Jordan, already the American League leader in RBIs, bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs still in the inning. The Astros have sent the last 5 men on base. Walk, single, single, walk, walk. 3 walks in the inning. Astros up to 5 hits in the inning. And now Jordan already with a 2-run home run. Hits one to center. Straight away goes Meisner. Back near the wall. He's at the warning track. Leaps up.
Oh,
it's gone.
Got him.
Grand slam number 6 in Jordan Alvarez's career. He has 6 RBIs in the first inning. And the Astros lead this game 9-0. The big man putting on a show in KC.
He is a mythical creature in this ballpark. Are you kidding me with that? What is going on?
6 RBIs in 1 inning.
The fountains are overflowing in this city because of the damage that this guy does here. Wow.
Goodness, that ball kept carrying. This is going to be a big offensive night, not just because what we've seen, obviously, but the wind is continuing to blow out to center and
that ball's
left.
hit at 108.7, so I'll give him a little bit, but you get it up in that jet stream, for whatever reason, it is going to fly.
That ball kept carrying to center.
Wow.
A 6 RBI inning. We got to open up the record books and find out if that is a first in Astros history. Might be. Nothing Astros, and now Christian Walker down on the count 0-2. He is the 12th man to hit in this inning. What an inning. The big man came in trailing by 1 in the RBI department, and Christian will take a look at a called 3rd strike. But the Astros send 12 men to the plate. 9-0, with 6 of the 9 being driven in by Jordan Alvarez. Everybody smiling around him. Face Kansas City for the first time in his career. You see his numbers in his first 8 starts. The last 3 have been very good, allowing a total of 4 runs in 3 starts.
Good job, that fastball slider mix, really kind of taking all the other pitches out of the mix. Does a good job against the Athletics. 17 strikeouts in 2 games against them.
How about that? Those 2 numbers, his 2 best strikeout totals against the same team.
Yeah.
He'll face Carter Jensen, who's DHing. Jensen also the backup catcher to Salvi Perez, but he's been leading off here in 10 of his last 11 starts. Got a 1-1 count. 11 for 55 during those games. A lot of extra base hits. 8 extra base hits his last 11. Pitch misses is 2-1. Tatsuya watched his offense put on a show in the first inning. He knows he can't allow a lot of deep fly balls to left or center field. The wind is definitely helping the hitters tonight. That one's down 3-1.
Yeah, you would love for Imai just to come out and get after that strike zone, gain control of these at bats, and then get to that slider. One thing he does do well is gets a lot of ground balls.
Jensen fouls back to 3-1, pitch and the count's full.
But to your point, TK, you're right. The ball at this ballpark, amazingly, the ball is flying. This is one of the bigger ballparks in all of Major League Baseball. But the fact of the matter is, you don't want to fall behind into hitters' counts and be forced to throw fastballs that guys are looking for and they're trying to elevate.
Checked his swing on that fastball, and the count stays full. Hit sharply, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit for Carter Jensen. Jensen with a leadoff single for the Royals in the first.
Here's how the Royals are going to line up after Carter Jensen. You're going to see Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Michael Garcia, Jack Caglione sandwiched right there in the middle of that lineup, doing a very good job of late. Talked about him going 9 for 12 against Texas. Then you got Salvador Perez, Michael Massey, Cameron Misner, and Isaac Collins.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby takes one off the plate for ball one. So it was the third time the Astros have ever had 2 home runs in 1 inning from the same player. Lee May did it in 1974. Jeff Bagwell did it in 1994. And now Yordan Alvarez in 2026. That one's wide, 2-2. The most runs batted in an inning, according to the Astros record books and media guides, was 4, accomplished a number of times. Obviously, anybody who hits a grand slam qualifies for that. So 4 was a previous record in 1 inning. And Yordan just smashed it by 2. The record books get wiped out by 2 RBIs. Now 6 in 1 inning. See Tatsuya frustrated as he misses on the first 3 pitches here to Bobby Witt Jr. The last thing you want is to give the Royals any hope after a 9-run top of the first. So far, a base hit and a 3-0 count. There's a strike. Two runs allowed against the A's in 5 innings, 2 runs allowed against the Brewers in 6 innings, and no runs in that no-hitter against the Rangers. Those are his last 3 starts. That's going to be just off the plate, but Christian Vasquez thought they caught the outside corner. He's going to challenge this call made by Bruce Dreckman. For now, Bobby Witt Jr. thinks
the catcher's challenging.
Bobby Witt Jr. thinks he drew the walk. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It is.
Houston has 1 challenge in remaining.
A confirmed walk, so Bobby Witt will be on first base. It'll be first and second. Time now to check out the Astros defensive starters presented by Xfinity. You saw Christian Vasquez is working with Tatsuya Imai tonight. Jeremy Pena and Isak Paredes along with Jose Altuve and Christian Walker on the infield. Joey Loperfido gets his 2nd start coming off the IL. Taylor Trammell will be in center and Cam Smith in right. Here's Vinny Pasquantino. Pasquantino takes a pitch in for ball 1. 5 of the last 6 pitches missing for Tatsuya Imai. Another one down and in. He has fallen behind all 3 batters here in the first inning. 3-1 to Jensen, 3-0 to Bobby Witt Jr. Now 2-0 to Vinny Pasquantino. There's a strike. Towards center is going to be in for a hit. Having to hold up was Carter Jensen. He'll still be waved around. Trammell's throw comes to second. Royals get one of the runs back with an RBI single by Pasquantino. It's now 9-1. Bobby Witt Jr. going first to third.
They've done it without getting an out in this inning. So the Royals come out firing back with their first 3 hitters. Base hit, walk, base hit, and they're on the board. Not smashed, but found a nice soft spot in the middle part of that infield, the big part of the field.
Now Michael Garcia, the batter. First and third, still nobody out. That one wide, 1-0. Garcia wants a new baseball. So far, 17 pitches in, only 7 strikes for Imai. Working with a 9-0 lead. It's now 9-1. There have been times this year where that first inning has been kind of a learning process for Imai in terms of finding the plate. He's walked 24 on the season. 10 of them have been in the first inning, including one tonight. 1-1 pitch is down, 2-1. See the runners on the corners, Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be another hitter's count here. He's been 3-1 to a couple of hitters, 3-0 to Bobby Witt Jr. and 2-0 to Vinny Pasquantino.
His first inning numbers are crazy for Imai.
Yeah.
Slug percentage is 130, but the on base at 394.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only 3 hits and 23 at bats before tonight. I see him misses that fastball. It's 3-2.
Well, that's what's crazy too, is the walk numbers are high for Imai, but then all of a sudden you scroll down and you start to look at batting average against. He's got a great batting average against. They come into this game 205 against him.
Yeah, the hits and walks are almost even.
Yeah.
Only 25 hits compared to 23 walks in his starts before tonight.
That should encourage him to attack the zone.
On the ground, Pena will backhand it. His play to second. Altuve gets the force there. Pasquantino retired. That'll be an RBI fielder's choice. Now a 9-2 game as the Royals get 2 back in the bottom of the first.
10,000 fans will receive a Jose Altuve City Connect soccer jersey on Friday, June 19th, presented by Daikin Comfort Technologies. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions.
Now Imai has to deal with the hottest hitter in the Royals lineup, Jack Caglione. As Plummer mentioned before the game, he put on a show against the Rangers in the last 3-game series. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Caglione 9 for 12 with a walk in that 3-game set, on base 10 times against Texas. This is that slider. It's 1-1.
Had multiple hits in all 3 games against the Texas Rangers.
Pitch count creeping up on Imai in the first inning as well. This will be his 25th pitch. Still just 1 out of the inning. That bounces in there, and it'll be another hitter's count. He has not been able to work into a pitcher's count yet in the first 5 hitters. 11 runs and 8 hits so far in the first inning between these two teams.
Caglione getting introduced to 2 of the best sliders in this inning from Imai. Find that one to try and put him away. If you do get that ground ball, get it right at somebody.
Got him. First strikeout of the night for Imai is against the red-hot Jack Caglione. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it looked like he had Caglione in swing mode. Got him to chase some sliders off our UTMD Anderson strike zone. That one really never started in the zone. Just dropped below the swing.
Now Salvador Perez will bat here in the first inning. First one off the plate, ball 1. Here's a strike. Astros, just in case this inning is going to extend, are going to get their bullpen going as Imai has thrown 30 pitches in the first. Even Oker loosening up in a 9-2 game in the first inning. Up and in, 2-2. Michael Garcia on first with 2 outs and a 2-2 count to Salvi Perez. Got him. Or did he get a piece? Got a piece just to stay alive. Thought he missed that, but just enough to keep his at bat going. There are 2 lefties behind Perez, but it seems like a long bullpen session if Imai is lifted after this batter. Trying to get Salvi here. The 33rd pitch of the inning.
We've seen 87 pitches so far in this game.
87.
For those counting.
In the first inning.
54 in the top of the first, and now at 33, 34 in counting.
Well, that game actually started 1 minute early. It was a 7:09 first pitch.
That's what screwed everything up.
Scheduled for 7:10. So we're looking at a 41-minute first inning right now.
How's that pace?
Not great.
Astros after dark.
3-2 pitch coming to Perez. And he punches one into left. That's going to be down for a hit. Loperfido will bobble it on the bounce, but he gets it back in. That'll be hit number 3 for the Royals. Put runners on first and third here with 2 outs. I would think Josh Miller is going to come out, kind of what you said in the top of the first inning, just to give a little break here to Tatsuya.
I mean, there's rhythm. There's good rhythm. There's bad rhythm. And we've seen both pitchers go through some bad rhythm.
Now, a word from Buick GMC.
We got to keep in mind, I don't know what happened underneath. There's a cage down there behind the Astros dugout, but that extensive inning, 54 pitches in the top of the first. Imai came down from the bullpen ready to go. Didn't expect that kind of break. Not trying to give any excuses, but hopefully he threw a little bit before he went out there, but just really struggling to find that release point. And I think if I'm Josh Miller, I'm going out there and I'm turning him around and I'm pointing to the scoreboard going, your boys put up 9 for you. You get through this inning, you can find your way to the 5th. They've given you a healthy lead. They want to get back in there and put more on that board.
Michael Massey will now bat with first and third and 2 outs. And Massey takes a first pitch strike. That's the first pitch strike since the leadoff hitter Carter Jensen. Good visit so far by Josh.
Yeah.
0-2.
Find that Invisa slider and let's get out of here. Regroup.
Line drive, base hit into right field on an 0-2 pitch. Garcia will score. Salvi Perez to third. To second goes Massey. RBI double for Massey, his 11th double of the year. It's now a 9-3 game.
So they have been able to cut that Astros lead into a third, putting a third of the runs up there with a 3-run first themselves. That was the slider. Massey, to his credit, went down and got it.
And Tatsuya will not get out of the first inning. Here comes Joe Espada. This will be the second start of Imai's career where he has not worked through the first inning. Had one against Seattle on April the 10th where he threw 37 pitches, and tonight he will leave having thrown 38 first inning pitches. 9-3 game. It'll be a bullpen day for both sides the rest of the way.
Back here, if you're just checking in, believe it or not, this is an actual baseball game. Bottom of the first, a couple of outs, and we are into each team's bullpen. As you see, everyday Okert towing the mound for the Houston Astros. We have seen him early. We have seen him often. He needs to get out of this inning and probably give the Astros another one after this.
We'll face the lefty Cameron Meisner. Meisner was in the lineup today expecting to see a right-hand pitcher. Instead, he gets a lefty. He's only had 2 at-bats in his Royals career, coming over from Tampa Bay in an off-season trade. Has spent most of the year at Omaha, 59 games at AAA. Only takes one wide. It's 2-0. Neither starting pitcher getting through the first inning. Luinder Avila for the Royals threw 49 pitches in 2/3 of an inning, and Tatsuya Imai throwing 38 pitches in his 2/3 of an inning. Now a strike from Okert. It's 2-1.
It's not too often you want to tell the guy that gave up 9 runs in the first to hold your beer.
Trying to keep it at 9-3 is Okert, and he gets a swinging strike here from Meisner. It's 2-2. Cameron was having a good year at Omaha, out 920 OPS, 13 home runs, 51 RBIs in 59 games. Little looper, back goes Pena, coming in Trammell. That is going to fall in for a 2-run hit. All 5 of these runs charged to Imai. It was a 9-0 game. It's now 9-5 in the first.
Unreal. Okert made his pitch. Meisner just hits it off the end of the bat, and just the way things are going, it's able to settle in between. Pena hustling after that from Trammell hustling in, just can't get to it. This is amazing.
14-run first inning combined. Now a base hit to left. Isaac Collins delivers a hit. Going first to third is Meisner. Loperfito's throw is in time. They get Meisner trying to get aggressive in an inning that didn't want to end. It ends with a runner being thrown out at third base.
What an unnecessary advancement by Meisner. Contreras hoping they can replay this and overturn this call.
Meisner for now called out by Mark Wegner, the crew chief, and no review. So the inning comes to a close. A 48-minute inning, and it's a 9-5 game. League leaders are presented by Houston Methodist. How about Salvi Perez and Jose Altuve? Venezuelan-born players, active ranks 1-2 in pretty much every category. These 2 guys are legendary for Team Venezuela and in the country of Venezuela overall. Both 36 years old, both having Hall of Fame careers. Today going head to head in one of the wildest games we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, the game's wild, but all right, here we go. But that graphic is cool. 2 greatest hitters, unbelievable. You add that to guys like Miguel Cabrera.
So the second inning starts with a first pitch hit by pitch.
Game's electric, TK.
It's crazy.
I need you to lock in.
Neither starter got out of the first. 5 runs allowed by Imai, 8 runs allowed by Avila. Another run allowed by Mason Black, who's now back out there. Keep in mind, Black threw 39 pitches 2 days ago, and Jose Altuve has a base hit, and the hits keep coming. The Astros, with a base hit from Altuve, now have first and second with nobody out.
It's looking like a terrible day to be a pitcher.
Thankfully, the inning ended for the Royals with a runner trying to advance from first to third. There you see what happened in the first inning, Blummer.
Now, that top number's terrible. I mean, I'm all for runs. Couple of pitching changes, 3 home runs, 2 of those by Yordan Alvarez, 2-run and 4-run home run.
He almost had a 100-pitch inning.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Joey Loperfido ended the inning.
Yeah, but at least he didn't end it the same way Meisner did.
Well, he ended it with a throw.
Well, yeah. I mean, he did his job because Meisner, I don't know, man. He got all hyped up in the moment of 5-run inning and lost his marbles with the entire play in front of him and ran into the 3rd out to end it. Talk about a rally killer.
And
I'm not sure there's a monetary number you can put on that fine in Kangaroo Court.
Would have had the top of the order up with 1st and 2nd if he stayed put. And the hits were just rolling for both teams.
They were finding holes. They were hitting the ball hard. They were doing it without the home run. The Astros were doing it with the home run.
So a
tip of the cap.
A 9-5 first inning. Loperfido throwing out Meisner to end the bottom of the 1st. The Royals still batted around in that 1st inning. Joey takes a pitch down and in, 2-2.
So much to talk about, but you're right. Mason Black, what was it, 2 days ago, threw 39 pitches going an inning and 2/3. So they've got a big ask of Mason to go back out there and get another up down.
In the battle of bullpens, the Astros much more rested than the Royals bullpen, especially considering the off day yesterday. Now it's a 3-2 to Loperfido.
Well, I heard there's a rule in the rule book that if you actually both teams throw 100 pitches in the 1st inning, you can fly somebody in to protect your bullpens.
Got so close.
But we were so close.
Down goes Loperfido on a 3-2 slider down and in. Well, Joey strikes out for the 1st out of the inning. 2nd strikeout for Mason Black. Time now for our Chevy Stroll Poll. The World Cup started yesterday, and today the U.S. playing in their 1st World Cup game. So which of these Astros players would be the best soccer player? Would you go with A, Jeremy Pena, B, Cam Smith, C, Bryce Matthews, or D, Jake Myers? Go to @SpaceCityHN. Use the hashtag Stroll Poll. We'll have the results later on tonight. Cam had an infield hit his 1st time up and came around to score on a wild pitch. Astros led 9-0 after 1. It's now 9-5. As Cam hits it well to right field, going back, Caglione still going back. He'll make the catch on the warning track. Tagging and getting to 3rd will be Paredes. That ball hit into the wind, which is blowing out to left and left center. Cam almost got it out to right.
That ball was hit well.
Now 1st and 3rd with 2 outs for Taylor Trammell. Trammell with an RBI base hit his 1st time up. Trammell has an RBI. Christian Walker has an RBI. 1 run scored on a wild pitch. And the other 6 have been driven in by Yordan Alvarez. He's already 2 shy of the team record for RBIs in a game, and we're only in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, you and I scored 2 runs in that 1st inning.
On what might be a wild number of total runs scored, you might as well try and keep tacking on whenever you get a chance.
Absolutely. The way things are going, I'm with you on that.
Taylor with a 2-0 count here. Way in 3-0.
Outfield Arms is presented by Lone Star College. Got a couple of green lights out there in Collins and Meisner. Caglione has an absolute cannon for an arm out there in right field. It's been in triple digits with the release point, but not too much velocity from Collins or Meisner out there, so you're going to test them.
That's a 4-pitch walk to Trammell to load up the bases for Christian Vasquez with 2 outs in this 2nd inning. Vasquez, the 9-hitter, batting for the 2nd time already.
You don't mind him hitting with runners in scoring position. I know it didn't work out, or it didn't work out with a base hit in that 1st at bat. But usually he's done a very good job with runners in scoring position.
And the Astros best at 407 on the year. It's also 2 for 7 hitting with the bases loaded. Takes a 1st pitch strike, 0-1. Vasquez second on the team and at bats with the bases loaded, trailing only Carlos Correa, who had 10 before he went on the IL. Now Vasquez chases that well off the plate. The sweeper got him. It's 0-2.
Don't see that too often from Vasquez.
Trying to get him to go out there again. Black pitch with the Giants in 24. Now his 10th outing as a member of the Royals here in 2026. Trying to work around a bases loaded situation in the second inning. And that's a good take by Christian. 2-2. Ground ball to short. Bobby Witt will wait on it and flip it to second just ahead of Trammell for the final out of the inning. One hit by pitch, one walk, bases left loaded, still 9-5.
Celebrate one of the most beloved comic strips of all time on Peanuts Night, Tuesday, June 16th. Be sure to purchase your Charlie Brown Astros jersey add-on while supplies last at astros.com/peanuts. TK?
All right, LC, thank you. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 9-5 game. Both teams scoring a bunch of runs in the first inning. Both teams going to their bullpens in the first inning. So Stephen Okert back out there trying to get through a second inning. The Astros are going to have to use a lot of relievers to get to the finish line tonight. Same with the Royals, or employing Mason Black for multiple innings 2 days after he had 5 outs and 39 pitches against the Rangers. So here's Carter Jensen. He led off the first. He'll lead off the second. Every Royals hitter reached base or scored a run with the exception of Jack Caglione, who struck out in the middle of that first inning, which is ironic because Caglione's been carrying the offense. Okert gave up 2 hits to the 2 batters he faced. He got an out on a runner trying to extend from first to third on a base hit to left. This one's wide. 1-2 the count to Jensen. Ball high in the air into shallow left field. Joey Loperfido says he has it, and he does for the first out. Royals are 29th out of 30 teams in the major leagues in runs scored, averaging 3.90 runs per game. They put up a 5-run first to get back in this game, which looked like it might be a laugher after a half inning. Only team scoring fewer runs per game than Kansas City has a winning record in the National League. San Diego are 30th out of 30 teams in runs scored.
It's interesting.
Padres a 255 run scorer, but they are 3 games over thanks to their pitching.
Got some good pitching. Maybe some guys on offense underperforming in a big way.
W. Witt delivers this one to center. Trammell started in. Now he goes back. That'll tell you what the wind's doing. That fooled Taylor a little bit, but that'll be out number 2. That ball hit almost 400 feet to straightaway center. All in all the time is presented by Daly and Black. The bullpen has been getting better as the season has moved along. You can see how much they were used in March and April, not used quite as much in May, and so far in June the ERA the best of any of those months. But May was a really solid comeback after a tough start. Well, Vinny Pasquantino, the batter, singled in a run against Tatsuya Imai and takes a strike here against Okert. It's 0-1. Pop foul, that'll be out of play. Oker gets ahead 0-2. The Astros have a couple of guys in their bullpen, A.J. Blueball and Alan Bersanta, who can give you multiple innings. Imagine we'll see both of them at some point tonight, at least one of them. Joe knows he's got, after the off day yesterday, this 3-game series and another 3 games against the Tigers before the Astros have another off day. So his bullpen's going to be taxed no matter what, having to go at least 7 1/3 tonight, maybe 8 1/3 if the Astros maintain the lead. 2-2 the count.
Now, these bullpen games can linger for a couple of days after. Just unfortunate that it's happening, like you said, TK, after a day off where you come back rejuvenated.
Just unfortunate too that Imai just could not command the zone in that first inning, working with a 9-0 lead.
Yeah.
That's where you just want to fill up the zone, and if they get base hits, they get base hits. And there was only 1 walk in the inning, but he put himself in hitters' counts too often.
Yeah, he didn't leave much for the imagination when you're getting into those hitters' counts. And I can just dial it in and say he's going to throw me a fastball right here. And as much as you can be wild outside the zone, you can still be wild inside the zone. So when he got into those hitters' counts, some of those fastballs were very hittable.
Pasquantino battling with Okert here. It's a 2-2 count. Imagine this will be Stevens' last inning as he faced 2 batters in the first and now facing his 3rd batter of this inning. That ball hit pretty well to right. We mentioned the wind is blowing to left. Is it going to knock this one down? It does. Cam Smith makes the play on the warning track. Cam hit one to deep right, and now Pasquantino flies out to the track and right. 1-2-3 inning for Okert.
The 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot. Vote 5 times daily at astros.com/vote. TK.
All right, Lauren, we go to the 3rd inning. That was a wild first. Astros sent 12 men to the plate. Royals sent 9 men to the plate. Looking at the crowd here at Kauffman Stadium, they just had the Rangers in town for 3. Kansas City losing 2 out of 3 to Texas as this all Lone Star State homestand continues as Jeremy Pena bats for the 3rd time. Takes a pitch for a strike. Jeremy with a single, a walk, 2 runs scored. Well, that happened in the 1st inning.
Yeah, that was a lot.
The 1 pitch is in on Jeremy. It's 1-1. Mason Black still out there. He's gone an inning and a 1/3 so far. And he will be throwing a lot of pitches in the span of 2 days. He pitched on Wednesday, now pitching again on Friday. At 39 to whatever total he comes up with tonight, and that's a lot of pitches for a reliever in a short amount of time. Nobody warming right now in the Astros pen, so it might be a longish outing for Stephen Okert. Oh, look out. Jeremy did not mean to go after that pitch. That was up and in on him.
Jeremy really opens up, and some of those pitches up and in will catch the hands or, unfortunately, in some cases, the barrel.
Good take on a pitch down, and Pena has a 3-2 count. Goes the other way, and that's slicing into the crowd. Yordan Alvarez on deck. He already has 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in this game. He is 2 away from the Astros record for RBIs in a game.
I want him to hit for the home run cycle.
I like that.
Get a 1 homer, a 2 homer, and a 3 homer. He's already got the 4-run homer out of the way. That'd be kind of cool. Got a lot of game left.
Jeremy's doing what he can to get on base for him. Having a good week in the first inning.
Good line.
That's up. That should be. I guess that was 3. That was 2-2. I thought that was a 3-2 count.
It's all right. It's been a long game, Todd.
It's been. That's ball 4. Jeremy on base for the 3rd time tonight, a single and a couple of walks, and he has scored on the home runs by Alvarez the previous 2 times.
Today's Power Play is presented by AGB and Yordan Alvarez. Against these Kansas City Royals in his career, these numbers are updated. He's creeping closer to Shohei Ohtani, but his OPS now is 1226 as he looks to extend it after homering in the first inning twice.
The strike on the corner here. It's 0-1. His second home run in that first inning came against Mason Black, who's still on the mound. It was the first time he'd ever faced Black, and hit one over the wall in center field. Now up to 24 home runs and 54 runs batted in. Takes over the American League lead in RBIs by a good margin. He trailed by 1 to Dylan Dingler and Nick Kurtz coming into tonight. Now he's up 5 on those guys. It's off that pitch. It's 1-2. On the ground, past the diving Vinny Pasquantino. Yordan with a mere single.
Boring.
He's 3 for 3. Pena's almost out at third base. Jeremy went in standing, and Michael Garcia may have deked him into an out. Jeremy did not slide and went in standing, and that throw was a gun. You talked about Caglione having a gun out there and right.
They're not going to challenge it, fortunately, for Jeremy Pena. That was way too close for comfort. Yeah, you can't back down on Caglione. He, much like Cam Smith, starting to play the outfield here in professional baseball. And you could see Jeremy slowing down. And Michael Franco almost played that into an out. He has a rocket of an arm.
97.8 is what he averages on his throws. That's the same as O'Neal Cruz, best in all of baseball. So now first and third, still nobody out, and Christian Walker can add to his RBI total. He had a home run and solo shot in the first inning. Get to 49 RBIs on the year. And he fouls that one back.
Hasn't registered on StatCast yet, but Caglione coming up firing and throws an absolute dart to second base. That was impressive. Ooh. You know, Jeremy's got a little mental note in the back of his head now.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Walker frustrated with himself as he goes after a pitch above the zone. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Black, and keeps the runners on first and third here with 1 out. It's one of those where you just put it in play. You're probably going to get an RBI with the infield back. Christian has been driving runs in by the bushel this year. So now it's up to Isaac Paredes first and third with 1 out now. Isaac has popped up and been hit by a pitch. He was hit on the first pitch he saw from Black his first time up, and this one stays in as well for ball 1. Astros trying to add to this 9-5 lead. And that's off the plate for a ball, 2-0. AJ Blueball now warming up in the Astros pen. So maybe Okert's night could be over.
They look aggressive out there.
That's wide, 3-0. You're right. He might just be loosening up to get ready to come in at some point in that inning.
Royals just got their bullpen up.
Steven Cruz warming. That's off the plate. Ball 4. Paredes will draw the walk to load up the bases. Second walk of the inning. Third walk allowed by Black in this outing, and 6th walk allowed by Royals pitching tonight. So Jose Altuve will bat with the bases loaded.
Time now for Astros Trivia, powered by Reliant. Which Astros outfielder has the most career opening day starts? Is Astros Trivia powered by Reliant. How many times have we had the bases loaded?
Jordan cleared them in the first.
Christian Vasquez had an opportunity.
Yep. Last inning, there's been the bases loaded every inning.
That's exciting.
Pena batted with the bases loaded. So a lot.
That's a technical term.
Altuve singled his last time up against Mason Black. Now he hits with the bases filled. Infield stays back on the middle of the diamond. They're in on the corners. And that's a strike on the outside edge. Astros have already lost one challenge. Didn't mean to. Checked his swing and fouled it away. And now Altuve's going to have to battle down to the count 0-2. Say hitting 154 on the season with runners in scoring position, 6 for 39. Got a runner at every base here. Ground ball towards third. He'll step on the bag. Does Garcia throw across? Altuve hits into an inning-ending double play. The Astros fail for the second straight inning with bases loaded. Still a 9-5 game. Don't miss the Astros' next home series against the Detroit Tigers. It'll be from June 15th through June 17th, Monday through Wednesday at Daikin Park. Get your tickets now at astros.com/SGT. Tigers have been playing a little bit better baseball lately. Lead the Royals by a game. They're currently in 4th. Royals currently in 5th in the AL Central. Stephen Okert's still out there. He'll face Michael Garcia. Leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Okert faced 2 batters to end the first. Faced 3 batters in a 1-2-3 second. Now he's got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up, with some bullpen action going as he starts the inning. There was a strike to Garcia. It's 0-2.
The pitch is called a strike. The hitter's challenging.
Michael will challenge that call of a strike by Bruce Streckman, and he will get it overturned.
The count is 1-1.
Lucky challenge.
There's a base hit into left field. The hits keep coming for the Royals. They had 6 of them in the first inning. The inning actually ended on a base hit, and now Garcia starts the 3rd with a clean single to left. How often does Okert get up and down twice in an outing?
No. It's almost like he's the opener in this game to come in that first inning and try and extend himself here into the 3rd. I don't imagine Blue Ball's ready to come in.
Going through the game by game for Okert. This ball sent to deep left center field. Taylor Trammell drifting towards the track, and he puts it away on the warning track. Moving up 90 feet will be Michael Garcia. That ball kept carrying. Trammell stayed with it for out number 1.
TK just to elevate today and see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
From center field over to that left field pole. Just wait and see what happens.
Taylor Trammell having a discussion with a fan out there. And now Joey Loperfido trying to get in the middle of this. Not sure what was said out there, but Taylor was not happy about something.
One of those nights, TK.
And I'm looking through the game logs game by game for Okert. I don't see any in his last 2 years where he's gone in 3 different innings. He's had 2 innings of work, but it's been over 2 innings.
Yeah, no, this is different for him, a little extensive. Is this where I pop in and with my Peter Lambert quote and say something is afoot at the K?
This ball popped high in the air. This will probably drift towards Taylor Trammell as well. Jeremy Pena's out there and he gets called off. Trammell makes the catch for out number 2.
Trammell had to track that ball into the right center field gap, calling it the entire way, makes the catch and gets it back in. And fans out there be chirping a little bit, but something that snapped Trammell's head back to it that he did not appreciate at all. I'd have been that guy that got up and ran.
I found a game. April 6th of 2021, the last time Okert pitched over the course of 3 different innings.
Really?
I was with Miami in a game in Colorado. This? Who wants it? Should be the final out of the inning. Paredes and Walker. Look out. Nothing is normal tonight.
No.
Except for a hug after that catch.
Welcome your newest little fan to the Astros family with the Astros Rookie Club presented by Houston Methodist. This program is designed for newborns, includes a bib, swaddle blanket, milestone markers, and Astros birth certificate. Join now at astros.com/rookies club. And guys, some exciting news as we have a new member of the Astros family. Nick Allen and his beautiful wife Savannah welcomed a perfect baby girl into the world. Bobby Nevada Allen was born yesterday, June 11th. A perfect 7 pounds, 10 ounces. Her name comes from her 2 great-grandfathers, Bobby Boone, Savannah's grandpa, and Frank Nevada Nix. Everyone's doing well, so we all send our love and well wishes to the Allen family. TK?
Very cool. Congrats to the Allens. That's awesome news.
That is awesome news. It's unfortunate that he's on the injured list, but the timing of it couldn't be better. Able to witness the birth of his new baby. Meanwhile, back here, Joey Loperfido is going to dig in against a new pitcher. It's going to be Steven Cruz. He's pitching in his 18th game. Comes into this game having pitched a couple of innings, an inning and 2 1/3 innings against Texas in that series against them. There you see the overall totals, 6.62. And 7 home runs allowed for Steven.
Well, Loperfido has a walk and a strikeout tonight, batting here for the 3rd time in the 4th inning. Luinder Avila threw 49 pitches in his start tonight. Mason Black came on for 48 more pitches. Now Cruz gets a ground ball off the bat of Loperfido, played there by Michael Massey for the 1st out. Astros had a 9-0 lead after a half inning. They've had chances the last 2 innings to add to their lead, which was 9-5 after 1 inning. They had 1st and 2nd, nobody out in the 2nd inning, and then bases loaded to end that inning. They had 1st and 3rd, nobody out last inning. Ended up with the bases loaded with 1 out. Now Cam sends this one into center field. Cameron Meisner, one Cam retires the other for the 2nd out. 2 outs, bases cleared. Taylor Tramel's been on base twice. Taylor has a single and an RBI. He's also drawn a walk. He scored a run. First pitch home, a strike. AJ Blueball warming up. He'll have the next inning for the Astros. Great job by Stephen Oker. 2 1/3 innings. Longest outing we have seen from him in an Astros uniform.
Pitch is called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Salvi Perez thought the 0-1 pitch had part of the plate, and he is going to be right.
The count is 1-2.
I think the count's 0-2. Either way, it's a 2-strike count now on Tramel. Salvi's been really good on challenges this year. Not quite Carson Kelly level, but not far off. That's going to be a called 3rd strike when they get this one overturned as well. That came in at a hundo.
That's a lot of the strike zone,
Pitch is
too.
called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Salvi's going to win another one, I'm afraid. And that's going to be the end of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Cruz as he strikes out Tramel to end the top of the 4th.
Best in Texas Power pitcher is presented by Ford. It's going to be AJ Bluebaugh, and his season numbers: 27 games pitched, 4.22 is that ERA. He's been working that down a little bit. Big key for him is getting ahead early in the counts. We've seen good velocity in the last couple of times out, getting in the 97, 98, even touching a little bit of 99 as he makes his 28th appearance.
First pitch is a fastball fouled back. It's 0-1 to Cameron Meisner. Meisner singled in 2 runs as he flared one into center as the first batter to face Stephen Oker. Now 2 for 3 in a Royals uniform and has 3 runs batted in 3 at bats. Pitch is up for a ball, 1-1. So Oker goes 2 1/3 innings, allows 3 singles, no runs, had to throw 28 pitches today. Just with those 2 up downs, you would think Oker's maybe done for this series. Certainly for tomorrow. That one's fouled back. It's 1-2.
Yeah, I might give him a little bit of a break, huh?
Yeah, I would think with 2 up downs, it means the rest of the series off, but we'll see how it plays out. That was great work.
Yeah.
Getting 7 outs from their lefty.
Yeah, I'm not sure how often he actually gets the red next to his name during a game where he's almost untouchable. But I think he earned it with the outing today.
Well, there's a 3rd hit for Meisner in 4 at-bats this season with the Royals. Spent most of the year at AAA, and he's 3 for 4 now with a single to center. Royals have had their leadoff runner on in 3 of the 4 innings. Astros did not think they would have many stressful innings after a 9-run top of the 1st, but they've all been kind of stressful after the Royals put up 5 in the bottom of the 1st. Now Isaac Collins, the batter. Collins shows bunt and takes a pitch up. Collins has 2 of the Royals' 9 sacrifices on the year. Swinging away here, it's 1-1.
The pitch is called a strike. The hitter's challenging.
This will be an Isaac Collins challenge. Saw 2 wins by Salvi Perez last
Pitch is
half
the
inning.
ball.
Bruce Streckman getting a few overturned tonight.
Got Isak playing in on Isaac.
There. Very well played.
Thanks for staying with me, TK. You're hanging out with us. Team USA is now up 2-0.
Let's go.
World Cup against Paraguay.
How about that? That was going to be a tough game. Good start.
Scored at the 7-minute mark, the first goal.
All right.
Yeah. Scored again at the 31-minute mark.
Not quite a 14-run combined first inning, but that's a lot of scoring early.
Pretty similar, yeah.
3-1 the count to the 9-hitter, Isaac Collins, who takes one in for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second here. And the Royals will head to the top of their order. Carter Jensen, the batter. Jensen has a single and a flyout tonight. The second walk allowed by Astros pitching. The other one was to Bobby Witt Jr., second batter of the game. Pitch in for ball 1. Jensen moving into the top spot in the lineup for the Royals here in the last couple of weeks. Played both catchers in the same lineup, as Jensen is the backup catcher to Salvador Perez. Michael Garcia has been their primary leadoff hitter. Now Jensen taking over that role, with Michael hitting in the cleanup spot. Also hit third has Garcia. Sweeper miss for a swinging strike is 1-2. See the StatCast weekly note on AJ Blueball today on that sweeper?
I didn't.
Largest average missed distance on one single pitch type in 2026. Mason Miller on his sliders has a miss of 10.7 inches on average. Second highest total is the sweeper of AJ Blueball, 9.7.
Wow.
That's a big miss.
That's a huge miss.
Doesn't get a miss on that sweeper as he fouls it back. So the distance between the top half of the bat and the baseball in inches on average is 9.7 inches away on his sweepers when they miss it.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Throw a good one here for a strikeout, or get a ground ball at somebody. 2 on, nobody out. Instead, it's a fastball up and in, 2-2. Towards the middle, Pena's there. He'll get to the bag for one. He'll throw to first. Double play. Jeremy Pena to Christian Walker. That's a big double play for the Astros and AJ Blueball.
Good play by Jeremy. Good job by Blueball, just letting this one skate past him. The easy pickup and throw for Jeremy Pena. It's at a premium, and he got 2 with 1 play.
Bobby Witt Jr. takes a pitch for a ball. Bobby has walked and scored a run and also flied out to center field. Blue ball's in there for at least 2 innings, you would think. All goes well. Pitch in, it's 2-0. Astros got 2/3 of an inning out of their starter Tatsuya Imai. Royals got 2/3 of an inning out of their starter Luinder Avila. Both bullpens going to throw a lot of innings tonight. That one's fouled. It'll be a very nice night and a pretty sky here beyond Kauffman Stadium stands. A stadium that has stood the test of time.
Really has. It's a beautiful ballpark. Sunset's the inspiration for the color in that Royals uniform.
Some pretty sunsets out here, and the new City Connect uniforms reflect that those sunset colors.
I'll tell you what, too, this facility that they have here is going to see some wild times here in this upcoming week with the World Cup being in town, too.
Yeah, right across.
Man.
Right across the parking lot. 2-2 pitch is wide. He's trying to get one of those swings on the sweeper. Instead, it's 3-2. Royals will have a Friday off day coming up on their schedule and a Saturday off day when World Cup play is here in Kansas City.
In case you're wondering who runs the sports world.
June 20th and July 3rd will be off days in the middle of a series for the Royals. They'll play a Thursday, Friday, Sunday series against the Cardinals and a Wednesday, Thursday series against Tampa Bay before the Phillies are in town for a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There we go, 3-2 to Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 outs and a runner on third as he checks his swing and fouls one back. Royals changed the entire dynamic of this game by battling in the bottom of the first inning. They could have gone quietly early in this game, and it might have been one of those games that was over early. Instead, they scored 5 as Bobby Witt sends one to deep center field, but Taylor Trammell looks like he has it lined up, and he does for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 walk, a big double play, and A.J. Blueball works through the 4th. It's still a 9-5 game.
New this season, Astros fans can stream Space City Home Network directly with SCHN Plus. No cable or satellite needed. Log on to SCHNplus.com to purchase the app directly. Already have Space City Home Network through a participating cable, satellite, or streaming provider? You can download the app to access the content at no additional cost. TK?
All right, Lauren, thank you. We go to the 5th inning, and Christian Vasquez will lead things off. Facing Steven Cruz here. Cruz was very good in his first inning, getting the Astros in order 1-2-3. Vasquez walking and scoring a run in that 9-run first inning. Astros sending 12 men to the plate in the first inning. Now lead at 9-5 as order has been restored somewhat in this game. Now the Astros and Royals respective bullpens. Vasquez goes after that pitch. It's 1-2. Christian, Jeremy Pena, and Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez smashing an Astros record in the first inning. The previous mark was 4 runs batted in any inning by any one individual player. He drove in 6 with 2 home runs in the first inning tonight. That's wide, 2-2. Major league record is 8 RBIs in an inning. That ball looped into right, coming on. Jack Caglione makes the catch for the first out. Here's Jeremy Pena. Which is a strike. Jeremy's going to challenge. Jeremy doesn't challenge much.
The pitch is called a strike. The hitter's challenging.
Jeremy's 0 for 1 on the season. Astros only have 1 challenge remaining, so Jeremy pretty sure this is off the plate, and he's right.
The pitch is the ball.
There's Strickman getting more deflated with every overturn.
He's up to about a foot off the plate with some of these misses.
That's popped high in the air on the infield. Bobby Witt Jr. and Michael Garcia right next to each other. It's Garcia who puts it away for the second out of the inning. Time now for the Miller Lite moment. Yordan Alvarez is that moment as he digs in there with 2 outs and nobody on.
Is that his nickname?
The Miller Lite moment.
The moment.
Ooh, pretty good swing at a hundo right there.
Yeah, he did, man. And this guy can't do.
According to ESPN research, there has been one other player to have 6 RBIs in the first inning of a major league game. That was a guy that Jordan is compared to sometimes, David Ortiz.
That makes sense. Good comparison, too.
Ortiz did it in 2008. Two home runs and 6 RBIs in the first inning has been done twice now since the RBI stat became official in 1920, over 100 years ago. Those two are Yordan Alvarez in 2026 and David Ortiz in 2008. That's up for a ball, 1-2. Ball into left off the end of his bat. Collins broke back, but now coming in, and that'll be another 1-2-3 innings. Steven Cruz has been very good in the Royals bullpen, retiring all 6 batters he's faced.
Catch the Pros Show, featuring candid conversations and insider perspectives from some of the biggest names in the game. This episode features interviews with our own Julia Morales, Jim Nantz, Jack Nicklaus, and Nick Faldo. Catch the Pros Show premiering Sunday, June 14th at 5 p.m. TK.
All right, Lauren, thank you. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 9-5 Astros lead. That's what the score was after 1 inning when both starters were knocked out of the game in the first. A.J. Blueball is the 3rd pitcher tonight for the Astros. He got out of a first and second no-out jam last inning, and now he faces the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Benny Pasquantino has singled and flied out to deep right in his 2 at-bats. Takes a pitch down for a ball, 1-2. Blueball, his last couple of outings, has gone exactly 2 innings for the Astros. He did so in Anaheim along with Alan Bersanta in that 10-1 Angels win in the second game of that series on Tuesday. This one popped up. Isak Paredes doesn't have to move very far, and Isak will put it away for the first out. So AJ now trying to work at least 2 innings tonight as he'll face Michael Garcia. Garcia has bounced into a fielder's choice for an RBI and also singled into left. Royals and Astros have the same number of hits. Astros with 4 more runs, thanks to 3 walks coming into score in the first inning. Pitch home is a strike. It's 1-1 to Garcia. Cal generally will put the ball in play, does not swing and miss at very many pitches. Fouls that one away. It's 1-2. Was mad at something after the last foul ball, and then he just dropped the bat on that foul ball. I wonder if something's bothering him.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. You're right, because he kind of hit himself on the helmet, upset with something. But that left hand might be bothering him. That ball, I mean, that bat just fell out of his hand after that swing. That was odd.
Tried to hold up, and he went too far. That is going to be strike 3, and A.J. Blueball has his first strikeout of the night, second out of the inning.
Be sure to stay tuned to the Astros All-State Good Hands play. Was Joey Loperfido in that first inning, ending it by gunning down Meisner at third base. Did a great job. Great catch and tag by Paredes, too.
He looks safe.
Well, I guess statute of limitations is
I'm
up.
surprised they didn't challenge that. That was the end of an inning, so we never saw that replay before, but that last looked like he might have been safe. Caglione sends one to deep left. It's slicing. Unfortunately, it slices foul off the netting, and Joey Loperfido will retrieve it back into the crowd. Counts 1-1 on Caglione. Jack has struck out and fly to deep left. Came in off a series against the Rangers where he was on base 10 times in 3 games. And nobody hitting better in June in the major leagues than this guy. Even with his 0 for 2 tonight, he's 16 for 32 on the month of June in his 10 games. That's why 2-2. AJ trying to work through the 5th inning. The Astros had a perfect 2nd inning with Steven Okert on the mound with 3 flyouts. Blue ball trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. Fanning with the hot Caglione here with 2 outs and nobody on.
Trying to sneak the cheese up top. He got the chase, but Caglione just spoiling it by getting a piece of it. Nice pitch at 97. 97. Best Woody Williams impression.
Oh, just enough to stay alive.
Good pitch back to back right there with the elevated fastball to the changeup. Caglione just fighting that one off.
I really like that sequence.
Yeah.
Got him.
Right back up top.
AJ Bluebaugh striking out Garcia and Caglione to end the 5th. A 1-2-3 inning for AJ. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is brought to you by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. By Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. And by Michelob Ultra Zero. Make a plan to get home safe. A reminder from your friends at Silver Eagle Distributors, Houston. Downtown
Beautiful night here.
City.
Sorry.
Downtown Kansas City.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We're both in agreement that it was a beautiful night here. Great shot of downtown. Seen some good camera shots. New pitcher into this game. Stop me if you've heard that before so far. Lucas Erceg, 24 1/3 innings pitched in 27 games. He was originally drafted as an infielder. He's also an alumni of University of California, an ex-Golden Bear. Throws hard, averaging 97 miles an hour on his fastball. Has not thrown over an inning in any outing this season, and is usually a back into the bullpen type guy.
So facing Christian Walker here. Walker takes a pitch up. It's 1-1. Christian started out his night with a home run that drifted over the wall and left for a solo shot that made it 3-0 Astros at the time. He has since struck out his last 2 at bats, so 1 for 3 overall. That one missing wide, 2-1. 2 innings out of AJ Bluebaugh, 2 1/3 out of Steven Okert, and now the Astros have their bullpen going again. Christian pops a foul into the top deck here in Kauffman Stadium. It's 2-2. That is Nate Pearson warming up in the Astros pen. The Astros getting really good relief work so far tonight. It's a ground ball to the right side. Pasquantino is there on a couple of hops, and Benny will take it to the bag himself for the first out.
Let's answer our trivia question powered by Reliant. We asked you which Astros outfielder has the most career opening day starts, and that Astro is Cesar Cedeno. 9 opening day starts, 71 to 76. And then he did it again, 78 to 81. Adding up to 9 opening day starts for Cesar Cedeno. One of our favorites.
Isaac Paredes, the batter. Sox been on base twice without a hit. He's been hit by a pitch and drawn a walk. As Erceg misses down for a ball, 1-1. Third reliever of the night for Kansas City. So far, they've combined for 4 2/3 innings with 1 run allowed. That was the home run by Yordan Alvarez. Astros bullpen has gone 4 1/3 scoreless between Steven Okert and A.J. Blueball. Nate Pearson will try to continue that next inning. Counts 1-2 on Paredes. Slowly hit right side. Michael Massey to his left will make the flip to first for the second out. Now 9 in a row sent down by Royals pitching since the walk to Isaac Paredes in the third. Here's Jose Altuve. Altuve grounded into a double play his last time. He's 1 for 3. Jose with a single in the second. That snapped an 0 for 13. 3 for 21 since coming off the IL for Tube as he's down in the count here 0-2. Only been 1 game this year. Plummer was mentioning he's not usually a guy you see at this point of the game. Only 1 game this year where Erceg pitched the 7th. This is the earliest he's appeared in any game this year.
Wow.
Desperate times. Your bullpen's been used in 2 of the last 3 games. Erceg wanted that call, didn't get it. It's 3-2.
Thought he made a pitch, but it was off that outside corner. Reinforcing why pitchers aren't going to challenge or shouldn't.
Astros are 0 for 3 this year.
It's another good indicator.
And Jose, after being down in the count 0-2, watches 4 off the plate. Jose will draw a walk here with 2 outs. Astros first base runner sends a Paredes walk in the third. That is the 7th walk allowed by Orioles pitching tonight. Erceg didn't appear in any games this early, so you have to go back to August 2nd of 24, the last time he appeared in the 6th inning or earlier.
Stats guys working overtime tonight.
That's some time to look stuff up.
Yeah, you do. There's plenty of game left.
This is the Royals' first game that started at 7 o'clock. They start a little bit later as the summer goes along. Every other game's been 6:40 or 6:10, or tomorrow's game will be a 6:15 start. How about that?
Wow, that's that infielder instinct right there.
Lucas Erceg making a play on Joey Loperfido to end the inning off the glove into the bare hand, and that is out number 3. 7th inning stretch time. No, it's not.
and play is driven by Toyota. We're taking things back to this day. In 2019, the Astros recorded 24 strikeouts against the Milwaukee Brewers. Justin Verlander went 7 innings at home, striking out 15, not allowing a single walk. Relievers Ryan Presley, Roberto Osuna, Josh James, and Cionel Perez combined for 9 more strikeouts. That game surpassed the previous record of 23, which was set in 2003 against the Cubs. Craziest thing, despite the pitching performance, the Brewers still found a way to win that one. But still an incredible performance by JV and staff. One of the many great nights during that 2019 season, TK.
You're right about that. That was the one team that was really just loaded from top to bottom as the Astros go to a new pitcher here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Nate Pearson, next one out of that bullpen for the Astros. His 7th appearance, and he's greeted by Salvi hitting one into the left field corner.
Might be a play at second. No, Salvi's going to turn around and go back to first wisely, although Altuve misses the throw coming in, and now it goes all the way to first base where Walker will make sure he's on the back. So Salvador Perez with a base hit to greet Nate Pearson here in the bottom of the 6th.
He's ready for the cheese. 97, he turned on it. Didn't want to test Lo Perfito's arm to second base.
Now a ball driven in deep right field off the bat of Michael Massey, but playable for Cam Smith. Again, the ball not carrying at all to right. Everything hit to left seems to be gaining extra feet, but the ball to right not flying, and that's good for the Astros for out number 1.
Yeah, the wind has actually settled down a little bit early on. Before, when the sun was up, the ball was floating out of here. But you're right, nothing carrying it all to right field.
Well, Cameron Meisner, who's a perfect 2 for 2 tonight and 3 for 4 as a Royal, bats here for the 3rd time. He was just recalled on Wednesday, and he hits this one in the air to center, playable for Taylor Trammell, who calls off Joey Lo Perfito for the 2nd out. Royals getting aggressive early in counts against Nate Pearson here. 2 quick outs.
I'm not mad at it.
AJ Bluebaugh, 2 innings of 1 hit scoreless baseball behind Stephen Okert, 2 1/3 innings of 3 hit scoreless baseball. So Espada needed a lot of outs from his bullpen, and those 2 guys stepping up big tonight.
You're right, though. You mentioned it. I think it was the last inning. The bullpens look pretty good.
That ball hit to right. Another first pitch swing. Cam Smith all the way back, making a jumping catch up against the wall. Cam timed his jump perfectly and made that catch, and then went into the wall off the bat of Isaac Collins for the final out. What a play by Cam to keep the game at 9-5.
Watch is presented by Jack in the Box, and we're talking Cam Smith. Cam hit a game-tying home run late in Wednesday's game in Anaheim. A solo shot in the top of the 8th to tie the game at 2 and send it to extras. He took that one 408 feet for his 7th of the season. He's hitting really well on the road in 2026. He told me this week he likes hitting on the road because every ballpark is different. Sometimes you just feel like a different hitter, and he's getting much more comfortable this season. Cam was also part of a group, guys, that visited the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum yesterday on the off day. He went with Tony Clark, Bryce Matthews, Taylor Trammell. He was joined in this photo by Bob Kendrick, of course, the president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. So always a fun trip that players make here in Kansas City. So really cool stuff there for Cam and the crew, TK.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. I love that Taylor Trammell had the Homewood Gray or Homestead Gray
sweatshirt. Sweet
sweatshirt. That was awesome. And Bob Kendrick could not be a nicer individual.
If he's a phenomenal individual, but if you need somebody that is going to promote and really continue the greatness of that Negro League Museum, he is the guy. He is a wonderful conversation. He is a true historian of the game, and we've had him on our show a couple of times. He's amazing. Yeah,
he's as good as it gets. The perfect guy to run that museum as Cam grounds out to Michael Garcia to start the 7th inning. Both bullpens have kind of restored order to this game. It's 9-5. That was the score after 1 inning. Here is Taylor Trammell, who had that gray sweatshirt on.
Yeah, this game feels like the first game was in the 1st inning, and then the second game of the doubleheader started in the 2nd.
Kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense, does it?
Astros only have 2 hits since the 1st inning.
Yeah, they're being out-hit currently.
Trammell did have a hit in the first, a walk in the second, and he struck out in the fourth. Now bats for a fourth time. Lucas Ursig in his second inning of work. He will be the third Royals reliever to go at least 2 innings if he gets through this inning, and nobody's warming up, so this is all him. It's 1-2. The other thing, Matt Quatrero was probably wondering, how am I going to get through this game with my bullpen? And the Astros just had an off day yesterday, so he's thinking huge advantage Astros after the top of the first inning. But then his offense made the Astros go to their pen in the first inning and kind of nullified that huge advantage. This ball hit into center field shallow, coming on Meisner. What an attempt, but he can't make the catch. Taylor Trammell gets into second. Not the smoothest of slides, but he'll go in with a head first slide and a double. Meisner kind of circled around that a little bit, and by the time he got there, he almost made a great catch.
Now, to Trammell's credit, he broke out of the box pretty good. Meisner looked like he had it. It popped out of the glove, and then he tried to get back to it and couldn't. And by the time he was trying to get back to that baseball on our Mattress Firm Supermo, Trammell was turning first, headed for second.
I think that ball in the air was still able to be caught.
I'm with you on that. That's why I kind of gave it the like he almost got to it, because I think if he did catch it, it would have been an out.
Now the Astros with a runner on second and 1 out for Christian Vasquez. This is where he normally thrives, runner in scoring position. Takes a pitch down and in for ball 1. There's a strike. Ursig went 2 innings 1 time in 2025. This would be the first time he's gone multiple innings this season.
He's going to be over the 30 pitch mark by the time he's done with this outing too. So he's extending himself. A lot of these outings are going to make tomorrow that much more interesting.
Yeah, the rest of the series, right?
Yeah.
Christian did not go after that pitch up. It's 2-2.
Love to see the Astros get a base hit here and push a run across and add to that 9-run total that they put up in the top of the first.
Didn't think we'd say this, but it would be nice to see a run score. It's been a while.
Yep, a little bit. It's kind of funny though, you see an inning like that and you just assume the Astros are going to continue to pile on.
I thought it might be one of those nights where it'd be like 15 to whatever.
I thought we were going to have a Chiefs Texans matchup here in this game for sure after that first inning.
Quatrero knows that Ursig's not a guy that normally goes into the 30s in his pitch count. 35 is his highest total the last 3 seasons. So he's at 31 now, and with that in mind, he'll get his bullpen going. Two the count to Vasquez. She got a little quick and hits one into the netting down the left field line. Eli Morgan warming up, I believe we saw, number 34.
Could be.
Right-hander.
Yep.
Morgan loosening up in the Royals bullpen. Good battle here. Christian Vasquez keeps fouling off 2-strike pitches from Ursig, and that'll continue.
Safe to say that Vasquez sees the ball pretty well out of the hand of Ursig. 4 for 4 in his career against him.
There you go.
Ursig is making some mistakes up in the zone. He's still got that good fastball at 97, but a couple of these sliders have kind of floated in there a little bit. Like that.
I think he might be tiring.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to get to. I agree.
Eli Morgan was just recalled today by Kansas City with Seth Lugo after that scary line drive off his head, going on the 7-day concussion list. Another 2-2 pitch coming, and this one floated down the right field line. Caglione gives it a look, and he makes a nice running catch. Tagging and getting to third will be Trammell. That battle won by Ursig for the second out.
Our next SCHN telecast is presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. Battle of studs, stars of their teams. Yordan Alvarez, Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt, leader in F-WAR and outs above average, doing a great job on the defensive side. Not having a Bobby Witt Jr. type offensive season. Yordan Alvarez putting up Triple Crown MVP type numbers here in the middle of June.
See if Jeremy Pena can take advantage of that battle by Christian Vasquez as Ursig faces him here with a runner on third and 2 outs. And he's got a 2-0 count here. Jeremy's never had a career hit against this right-hander, 0 for 4 with a strikeout, but he's in a good spot here with a 2-0 count. Jeremy with a couple of walks in a single tonight. There's a strike. Ursig's highest pitch count in at least 3 seasons. He'll make his 40th pitch of the night. That's wide, 3-1, and the big man Yordan Alvarez waits on deck.
It's got to be Ursig's last hitter.
Highest pitch count as a Royal. Did throw more pitches once in his rookie season, or a couple times with his rookie season with the A's, but you can see he is gasping in between pitches, trying to catch as much breath as he can. Now a 3-2 pitch coming to Pena. They'll have him do it again. A lot of relievers being asked to give extra work tonight. Stall tactic, throw out the baseball.
Gosh, you read my mind. I thought the same thing. You just said it out loud. Brilliant.
Chopper towards Bobby Witt Jr. He charges, throws in time to get Pena for the final out of the inning. A double by Trammell, 1 man left on base. 7th inning stretch time. Astros leading 9-5. Time to get checked back in Houston in our Rooms to Go lounge with Esh and Bogey. Nine hits for each side, 9-5 Astros lead. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City with Nate Pearson back for his 2nd inning of work, and a new center fielder, Jake Myers, into the game, taking over for Taylor Trammell. Myers will be the center fielder the rest of the way. Top of the order due up. Carter Jensen takes a slider for a strike, 0-1. Astros got multiple innings out of Steven Okert and A.J. Blueball. Now multiple innings out of Nate Pearson, although as he starts the inning, he's got Brian King warming up. That was a swing. It counts 0-2 on Jensen.
Yeah, we've seen it plenty with Joe Espada. That 4-run lead is when he starts bringing in leverage, guys. Maybe we'll have them up and prepared potentially.
3-pitch strikeout. Pearson making quick work of Jensen, getting him to chase the pitch down and in. That is strikeout number 1 for Nate in the first out of the 7th.
Lowest ERA in bullpen since May 19th. The Astros taking the lead with that 1.94. And the Braves, Padres, Cardinals, and Yankees is including what they're doing tonight. Good start to this inning for Pearson with some good sliders to Jensen.
Bobby Witt hits one to Jeremy Pena, and the shortstop returns the favor. Pena grounded out to Witt to end the last half inning. And now Witt hits one to Jeremy for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Nate Pearson. Pearson's been good since being activated by the Astros. He had that one blip against the Pirates where he gave up 3 runs in an inning, but other than that, he has not been scored on. The one guy that can bring velocity close to 100 out of the bullpen. Even Josh Hader now is more in the mid-90s. Pearson throws harder than anybody else in that Astros pen.
Yeah, consistently too. Last slider at 91. A true power pitcher out of that bullpen. We've talked about AJ. He'll get up there 98.5 plus. A little bit every once in a while. He reaches back. As far as consistent velo, Nate Pearson is that guy. He's a beast out there too. 6'6".
Yeah, he's a big boy. And the addition of him and Josh Hader to the back end of that bullpen has really changed the dynamic for the Astros. There's a strike. It's 2-2 to Vinny Pasquantino.
If he fills up the zone with that high octane and that slider, he's going to find himself in leveraged situations too.
Hit hard but foul. Vinny had a base hit in the first inning, extending his hitting streak to 7 games. Ground ball to Jose Altuve on 2 big hops. That's a good job by Nate Pearson. He is the 3rd Astros pitcher going at least 2 innings out of the bullpen of shutout baseball. Still a 9-5 game. Bringing the Lumber is presented by Yellowwood. How about Christian Walker and what he's done on the road this season? Overall hitting .249, the road hitting .262 with an .836 OPS. Walker hitting a home run tonight in his first at bat of this road series. He's 1 for 4 overall. He'll bat second in this inning as the Astros hit with a 9-5 lead. Yordan Alvarez leads things off, facing a new pitcher for the Royals.
It's going to be Eli Morgan coming into this game. Season is pitched in 13 previous games. He's not going to come out there and throw very hard. A lot of sliders, a lot of change ups. Fastball tops out around 91, 92 miles an hour. 5.5 ERA, recalled today.
Yordan Alvarez already with 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in. He did that all in the first inning, becoming the 2nd major league player ever since the RBI stat was beginning to be recorded in 1920. He and David Ortiz, the only ones with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the first inning of a game. He's doing it 18 years ago, and Yordan doing it tonight. Since that 2 home run inning, he's had a single and a fly out to left.
He's been talking to himself. Or he might have been mumbling to Salvi Perez like, I've never seen a changeup under 80 miles an hour until then.
He waited on that one, and he floated into left. That'll be caught for the first out of the inning. So Yordan flies out to left for the 2nd straight at bat. And he says something else to Salvi on his way by. Now a word from Dairy Queen.
Treat yourself to a summertime reward at DQ with our limited time drumstick blizzard of the month.
Here is Christian Walker, 1 for 4 tonight. Walker takes a pitch off the plate for ball one. Ball hit to right, sending Caglione back. Eases on to the warning track for out number 2. A couple of flyouts for Eli Morgan here in the 8th inning. Morgan has been with the Cleveland Guardians organization for his first 5 years in the big leagues. Now his first year with Kansas City. Two outs, nobody on. Here's Paredes. Sock 0 for 2, has been hit by a pitch and drawn a walk. Astros still with only 3 hits since that first inning where they scored 9 runs. It's wide, 1-1. Looks like Enyel De Los Santos will have the bottom of the 8th inning for Houston. Astros trying to even up this road trip at 2 games apiece. They're losing the last 2 games in Anaheim, winning the opener of this trip in 10 innings. That's up 3-1. Fly ball center. Cameron Meisner into right center to make the play. 3 flyouts. Each outfielder had 1 put out in the inning. Still 9-5. Astros baseball on SCHN is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose. By Standard Insurance. Now it's time for you to save. And by Uber Eats. Open the Uber Eats app and order Maine Bird to receive a discount on multiple menu items.
New pitcher into this ball game, right-hander Enyel De Los Santos comes in to make his 28th appearance. His whip still under 1 at 0.99. Doing a good job with the strikeout to walk ratio as well. 28 strikeouts and 7 walks in the 29 and the 3rd innings he has pitched.
Michael Garcia going after the first pitch and just missing the 3rd base bag. That would have been extra bases. Instead, it's foul. Garcia reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, drove in a run, singled, and struck out. He's 1 for 3. Picks up a strike. It's 0-2. Garcia, Jack Caglione, and Salvi Perez due up for the Royals in the 8th. What we were talking about earlier, Blummer, is coming to fruition. The hand issue with Michael Garcia.
There it is, yeah. You're right. Took a couple of weird swings, maybe in that 2nd or 3rd at bat, where he kind of hit his helmet, frustrated with something, and then the bat dropped out of his hand. But they were definitely checking that left hand of Garcia.
definitely not comfortable.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's not 100%.
You just hope it doesn't lead to something worse.
Struck out last time after Jay Blueball got ahead of the count. And this one off the plate, 1-2. So 3 different.
A couple of pitches ago on that foul ball, you can see the grimace and the drop of the bat again.
3 different Astros relievers have gone at least 2 innings tonight, and now Enyel De Los Santos on in the 8th. Stephen Okert, A.J. Blueball, and Nate Pearson combining for 6 1/3 innings of 5-hit shutout baseball. Line drive under the glove of Christian Walker into right field. Walker almost made a great play on that. Instead, Garcia has himself a 2-strike hit.
Even in pain, able to shoot that one past an outstretched Christian Walker. 96 up in the zone and just kind of inside outs it. Ball just kept tailing away from Christian.
Now Caglione, the batter. He swings through a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Jack has struck out, flied out to deep center, and struck out again. And Yell throwing strikes tonight, gets ahead 0-2. Pitch up, it's 2-2. Royals have been playing a bunch of close games lately. This one did not look anything like it would be a close game. After the first half inning, it was 9-0. Royals put up 5 in the bottom of the first. They've had their leadoff runner on in 5 of the 8 innings so far tonight. The only time they haven't had the leadoff runner on, it's been a 1-2-3 inning. They have played 9 straight games decided by 3 runs or fewer, and 7 straight decided by 2 runs or fewer. Astros trying to break both of those streaks tonight with a 4-run lead here in the 8th. Caglione pops it up. Will it be playable? Long run for Paredes. He won't be able to get there in time.
I just don't think it was elevated enough.
Got him. That changeup picking up the strikeout. Enyel De Los Santos getting the first out of the inning.
Let's throw it down to Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone, make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily, or make sure to visit MLB.com/vote, guys.
All right, LC, 1 out, 1 on. Here's Salvador Perez. Salvador 2 for 3 with a run scored tonight. Got good numbers against De Los Santos in his career. 3 for 6 with a double as he fouls that one away. Enyel getting ahead of another hitter as he's 0-2 on Perez. Gotta love a guy that comes in and attacks hitters.
It's a beautiful thing. It sounds like the easiest proposition in baseball for a pitcher. Just throw that first pitch strike, it'll be fine. But sometimes a little bit harder than it maybe has to be, but it's amazing the difference. Oh, I thought I was going to get me one. But it's amazing the difference in at-bats for pitchers when they do get that first pitch strike over, then they can take control of the at-bat. And I'm sure catchers love it too. Veteran like Christian Vasquez sees that strike one called, and all of a sudden it kind of opens up the playbook a little bit for what these guys can do moving forward. And you may not put the hitter on defense 0-1, but at least you realize that the next pitch, if you get over the plate, could be that 0-2, or you get some soft contact. But it lets you dictate what's going to happen in that at bat, as opposed to getting into that hitter's count where all of a sudden I have control over what's happening.
De Los Santos has been 0-2 on all 3 hitters this inning.
And De Los Santos, he's kind of turned a corner this year with that changeup for me a little bit, where he's got the good fastball in the mid-90s. He'll get up 96, 97 if he reaches back, but the changeup is almost a Bugs Bunny changeup like the one we saw to Caglione.
Good job by Perez battling here. Salvador Perez with a hit in the first and a hit in the 6th tonight. He had been struggling coming into this one, hitting just 114 his last 11 games. There's 5 foul balls in this at bat alone for Perez.
He's fighting. These 2 pitches have been sliders. If he's able to get a fastball maybe in, up and in, back on that outside corner. So that's 3 straight sliders that Salvi's fought off.
Where Vasquez is set up is not necessarily where they called the pitch. Vasquez can be kind of gamesmanship with his fellow catcher here.
Yeah, well, and he's gotten him to chase a couple of sliders way off the outside corner, so he might be trying to tell De Los Santos, get it out here.
Because the pitch count not only gives you the pitch selection, it gives you the pitch location where to throw it.
Yep, you are correct.
Vasquez checking to see if that's 1 or 2 disengagements, and he confirms it with his dugout, making sure he doesn't draw a balk if he asks De Los Santos to go over again. A fastball up, 2-2. Hit hard past the diving Jeremy Pena into left field. Salvador Perez wins that battle as he kept fouling off 2 strike pitches and then laces one into left for his 3rd hit of the night.
Good at bat by the veteran. Did a good job getting on top of this fastball. It was up out of the zone. They were kind of trying to elevate him a little bit, but Salvi got up there and beat him.
Now Michael Massey will bat. Massey 1 for 3 with an RBI double his first time up. He also scored a run. First pitch home is dropped in for a strike, 0-1. Ryan King warming up for the 2nd time tonight. Here's King as Christian Vasquez will go out to have a word with De Los Santos, who is About to throw his 25th pitch of the inning. Still just 1 out. Michael Garcia lined a single just under the glove of Christian Vasquez. Salvador Perez lined a single just past the outstretched glove of Jeremy Pena. Now 2 on with 1 out. Royals had the tying run in the on-deck circle in this 9-5 game. Two and 1 to Massey. That's hooked down the right field line, had home run distance but foul.
Changeup was center cut. He's lucky that Massey got quick on that one. Right.
That's going to drop in into left center field for a hit. Coming around third is Garcia. He's going to score. It's now a 9-6 game. And the Royals will bring the tying run to the plate. 3 base hits here in the 8th against De Los Santos. Out comes Joe Espada. He's got the lefty warming up. Cameron Meisner due up, and he's going to go to the bullpen. Brian King will be on in this 9-6 game in the 8th.
Back here in Kansas City, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Astros up 9-6 after that run across the board. De Los Santos will be done. Brian King is into this game to make his 27th appearance. 2.51 is his ERA. He's thrown in 28 2/3 innings pitched. He's going to face a new hitter. He's got runners at second and third and 1 out in this inning.
Lane Thomas is going to be the pinch hitter, hitting for Cameron Meisner. Thomas, with 2 runners on and 1 out, represents the tying run in this 9-6 game. As he takes a strike, 0-1. King is the 6th pitcher of the night for the Astros. De Los Santos could not get through the 8th inning, giving up 3 base hits of the 4 batters he faced. This ball down the line, foul, and King ahead 0-2. See that Brian King doesn't mind when he gets a right-handed hitting pinch hitter.
I think he just creates such a tough angle with that kind of crossfire fastball and slider mix. It's on that first base side of the rubber, so it seems like that baseball gets on you a little bit quicker. As a right-handed hitter, you really got to force your hands through early off Brian.
Called third strike. Brian King with a big strikeout, getting the pinch hitter Thomas looking. 2nd out of the inning.
Or you can just sit there and admire a well-pitched fastball in that inside corner. That was nicely done by Brian. Just paints him up.
Now King will go after Isaac Collins, who will turn around and hit right-handed for the first time tonight. Actually, he did hit right-handed against Oakard in the 1st inning and blooped a single into left. Collins coming in 175 as a right-hand hitter, 214 overall. That's that one foul, and King gets ahead 0-2. Brian King trying to keep this right where it is, a 9-6 game, and strand a couple of runners here in the 8th. Royals now out hitting the Astros 12-9. That might have clipped him on an 0-2 pitch, and it does. Ryan King on a fastball hits Isaac Collins to load up the bases. Joe Espada checking with his review crew, the video crew, to make sure that was a hit by pitch.
Just a glancing blow off that maybe left forearm.
Now Carter Jensen will bat, lefty on lefty. Jensen 1 for 4 today, hitting in the top of the order for the Royals. First pitch wide, 1-0. Tying run now on base in the form of Isaac Collins. Pitch up, it's 2-0. It's down 3-0, nowhere to put Jensen. Bobby Witt Jr.'s on deck. There's a strike. Up and in, ball 4. That'll force in a run. It's now a 2-run game at 9-7. And King will have to face Bobby Witt Jr. with the bases loaded, and now the tying run at second base. Josh Miller to have a word with his lefty.
This isn't exactly how you envisioned this game going for the Astros after that first inning.
Now a word from Standard Insurance.
Did you just pay your insurance bill and say to yourself, I need to save money? Call, come by, or click to save hundreds, if not thousands.
Don't delay, call Standard today.
Bobby Witt Jr. bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs. See his numbers in his career, the bases loaded this year 0 for 5. He has faced King once. It was last year, and King struck him out on 3 pitches. First pitch strike. Ground ball knocked down by Paredes. A run's going to score. Everybody moves up 90 feet. It's now a 1-run game as Bobby Witt Jr. singled off the glove of Paredes with a diving attempt at third.
That ball was hit well. Good job by Isak knocking that down, just allowing 1.
Vinny Pasquantino due up, but Starling Marte is in the on-deck circle.
Slider, Bobby Witt puts a good swing on it. Came off the bat at almost 106 miles an hour, and it kind of stayed down on Isak, who just knocks it down.
Pasquantino just 11 for 75 against lefties this year, so he'll be lifted for a pinch hitter, and it will be Starling Marte. 9-8 game, bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. Pitch up for ball 1. Marte faced King last year as a member of the Mets. That's going to be a challenge by Vasquez on a no swing as they appeal to
Pitch is called
first.
a ball. Catcher's challenging.
Huge challenge right here. It's either 2-1 or 1-2, and this is a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Pitch is a strike. Count is 1-2.
Great challenge by Vasky. Now 1-2 on Marte. Little tapper, past King. Pena will try and make the play to first. In time for the out. Jeremy Pena pumped up as he makes a great play on Marte to strand the bases loaded. Astros still lead 9-8. We'll see if the Royals are going to challenge. They are going to challenge.
Kansas City is challenging the out call at first base.
They are going to challenge this call. It looked by the naked eye like Marte was just out on a great play by Pena. You might as well challenge if you're the Royals.
You might as well if you're the Kansas City Royals, but an incredible play. The exchange and the throw on a do-or-die play in a big moment, and it looks from that angle that the ball is in the back of the glove before the foot gets down just barely ahead of Marte.
Woo.
It took an incredible play. I thought once it got past King, they weren't going to have a chance.
Great call by Nate Tomlinson.
Confirmed, the runner is out. Kansas City will lose their challenge.
I'm not sure Kansas City understood the replay here.
9-8, heading to the 9th. What a wild one. Time for the Honda drive of the game, or in Yordan Alvarez's case, the drives of the game, as he hit 2 home runs and drove in 6 runs in the first inning. He and David Ortiz, the only 2 to ever do that in the history of the RBI, which has been in place since 1920. Yordan with 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, all in the first inning. The Astros thought they had a lapper on their hands. 9-0 at the end of a half inning, but it's now 9-8 as we head to the 9th. And the Astros will face a new pitcher with Jose Altuve leading off.
It's going to be veteran left-hander Matt Strom into this game. His numbers on the season. Wow, 6 home runs in 21 games. All 6 of those home runs have been to right-handed hitters this season.
It'll be Altuve, and then Bryce Matthews will pinch hit for Joey Loperfido. And Cam Smith also due up in this inning. Josh Hader warming up in the Astros pen. What a wild one this has turned into.
This is madness.
Great play by Pena to keep the game at 9-8. He was fired up as he ran across the mound after making that play.
He should be, considering the situation and the difficulty of that play. He should be fired up. I was fired up.
That was unreal.
Gosh.
That's off the plate. Altuve, who drew a walk last time, has not taken a swing at this.
The pitch is called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Salvi Perez, who came into tonight 33 for 45, is going to lose this one.
Call is
Altuve.
confirmed. The count is 3-1. Kansas City has 1 left.
Altuve and his buddy having a running conversation at the plate. Salvi misses a rare one. It's now 3-1. Jose got down on the count 0-2 last at bat and then ended up drawing a walk and has not taken a swing in this at bat. He now has a 3-1 count. Jose has drawn 22 walks on the season. Goes after this one and pops it into shallow center. Back on it is Michael Massey. He'll make the call and the catch for the first out of the inning.
Let's go back to that play from Jeremy Pena. King couldn't get there. Jeremy on a dead sprint comes running in. The exchange, and to be able to throw a dart over there with some velocity to it. This is not an easy play, but good hustle and just all-out effort from Jeremy Pena to get the last out and finish off that 8th inning. That was impressive.
That was that close to being a tie game in the 8th inning, a game the Astros led 9-0 after a half inning. With this,
Brian Sweeney's the anti-Bill Murphy.
Sprinted out there to give the scouting report.
And he sprinted off. That's someplace to be.
Wanted to give a quick scouting report on the pinch hitter Bryce Matthews here hitting for Joey Loperfido. Jack Caglione is in the game at first base now. He was the right fielder. Right fielder Starling Marte. And Lane Thomas is in center now. A lot of changes for the Royals after their 8th inning where they almost tied the game. Caglione now with a first baseman's mitt. That ball's drilled deep to left field. Bryce Matthews is just connected on a pinch hit home run. Oh, that's way back. That's by the Hall of Fame club. Deep into left field for a 10-8 lead.
The Bryce is right. 433-foot bomb. Trying to hit that into the Pasquatch nest.
One of the longest of his career. He hit some long ones.
Yeah. There's some pop. Cutter right to that down and in corner, and Bryce unloaded.
Wow. Cleared the bullpen, cleared the seats above the bullpen, and rattled around in that Hall of Fame area out there and left. That is well struck.
Should be smiling after that one.
Plummer, you came off the bench a few times in your career. Is there anything better than a pinch hit home run? I mean, how good is that?
1 for 1 with a dinger?
Right?
Kidding me? Go back to the dugout and say, boys, this is how it's done. Cutter just didn't get to the inside, and he just drops the barrel on this thing. Everybody on the planet knew this was going to go. It's just a matter of how far. That's what 433 feet looks like here at Kauffman Stadium.
Now, all those fans looking back at that home run. It cleared everything. So that's nice, because now all of a sudden it's a little bit more breathing room for Josh Hader. And who thought we would be saying that after a 9-run top of the first? But 2 runs instead of 1 run is huge as Jake Myers gets his first at bat of the night. Jake came on defensively, now batting in Taylor Trammell's spot for the first time. Looking ahead to the Royals in the 9th, they will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Hader. Same 3 that were due up last inning when they batted around for the 2nd time tonight. The team that's batted around twice tonight is trailing by 2 in the 9th. 1 and 2 the count to Jake Myers. We said it before, Bryce does not hit a lot of wall scrapers.
No, he doesn't. He gets his money's worth.
Pitch up to Myers, 2-2. Myers pops this one into left. Isaac Collins towards the line, puts it away for the final out of the inning. Astros add to the lead with a solo home run, a pinch hit shot by Bryce Matthews. Now 10-8. Josh Hader will be on for the save.
What's on Tap is presented by Lawnmower Blonde. We're taking a look at what's ahead for the rest of the month. The Astros finishing up this road trip Sunday here in Kansas City before heading home to host the Tigers and Guardians with an off day in between those series. Could be some entertaining pitching matchups in that Detroit series, guys. Then after that, the Astros head back north to visit the Blue Jays and Tigers again. So including tonight, 15 games across the next 16 days, TK.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of baseball, and we will see what that pitching matchup looks like in that Tiger series. Could be some intriguing matchups, but here in Kansas City, we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, who knew this game, the way it started, that it would end up with the Astros closer in it. But here he is, Josh Hader. Done a very good job in the 4 games that he has thrown for the Astros. It's not giving up an earned run. Heavy on the strikes and heavy on the strikeouts. 7 of them so far this season.
4, 5, and 6 due up in this 2-run game. Michael Garcia who's been bothered by a hand issue most of the night, still has 2 hits and 4 at-bats. He's driven in a run and he's scored 2 runs. Showed bunt on that first pitch from Hader. Now swinging away, it's 1-1. Hader is pitcher number 7 on the night for the Astros. The starter Tatsuya Imai went 2/3 of an inning. 3 different relievers went at least 2 innings tonight, and Enyel De Los Santos and Brian King combined to pitch the 8th. All 3 runs last inning charged to Enyel De Los Santos. First 5 were on Imai's ledger after 2/3 of an inning. There's a strike, 2-2. Garcia's not taken a swing yet. He's got a 2-2 count against Hader. Bryce Matthews, who pinch hit and hit the home run, stays in left field. That one slicing to right, and it will be foul. Cam gave it a look, but it drops in foul territory. Wild one tonight at Kauffman Stadium. Astros put up 9 runs in the first inning, and they're holding on for dear life. Now up 10-8 in the bottom half of the 9th. Whatever is bothering Garcia, he keeps fighting through it, but there's an occasional foul ball where he keeps reaching for that left wrist.
There's got to be something where the wrists are kind of rolled through the zone that are aggravating him. A little bit of a stinger in that hand. Which kind of reminds me of that Rivero at bat that we just had in Anaheim. He was on that great stretch, and he was kind of flexing that left wrist hand area, and it ended up being a broken hamate bone.
That ball into left center field, plenty of air on it. It's got distance, but Jake Myers is there, and he puts it away in front of the warning track. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Time now to reveal the results of today's Chevy Stroll poll. We asked you which of the 4 Astros that we gave you a choice of would be the best soccer player. Jeremy Pena, got soccer in the family, will be winning tonight's Stroll poll, 64%. Pena over Cam Smith in tonight's Stroll poll. Thanks for those votes. Here's Jack Caglione, 0 for 4 tonight. He's got a hitting streak on the line as he takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. He has struck out 3 times tonight in his 4 at-bats. He's recorded more outs tonight than he did in the 3-game series against the Rangers.
It's kind of crazy.
And Josh Hader quickly ahead of Caglione, 0-2. Caglione has never faced the Astros before tonight. Never faced Josh Hader. Stays alive with that foul ball. Royals out hitting the Astros 13-10. The Astros lead at 10-8. That's going to loop foul.
Oh, man. Tough play down the line. Like me trying to pick up sushi with chopsticks.
Another 0-2 pitch. That one's playable. Isaac Paredes and Jeremy Pena converge. It's going to be Pena on the call. 2 big outs here in the 9th. How good has Josh Hader been off the IL?
It's been pretty impressive, hasn't it?
Man.
Ran into him in that last homestand. I said, man, you're coming out just filling up the zone. He goes, hey, my job is to get in there, get outs. I can't get him unless I'm throwing strikes. And he has done a very good job of that, attacking the zone, but he's moving that fastball all over the place, making it very tough for hitters. And as soon as you gear up for the fastball, he can flip that slider in there. That's exactly what he just did for that first pitch.
Salvador Perez against Josh Hader. Royals down to their final out. And down to their final strike as Hader continues to fill up the zone. It's 0-2.
Just a little arm side run on that one.
15 pitches, 13 for strikes for Josh Hader in this inning. 0-2 pitch coming to Salvador Perez.
We're boogied on that one.
Salvi 2 for 6 with a home run in his career against Hader, but home run came back in 2020 when Josh was playing for the Brewers. That one down 2-2. As an Astro struck out Salvador last time they faced off on a fastball up. This one in, and all of a sudden after an 0-2 count, it's 3-2. Another pinch hitter on deck for the Royals, Nick Lofton, right-hand hitter, on deck to hit for Michael Massey if this inning continues. And Perez down to a knee, just enough to stay alive on that slider. I'll draw a visit from Christian Vasquez here with a 3-2 count. Royals pitching throwing 188 pitches tonight. Astros pitching has thrown 183. With Hader looking to make 184 the final one of the night. Got in on him, ground ball to first, and that'll do it. Christian Walker to the bag ahead of Perez, and the Astros win the opener of this 3-game weekend series in Kansas City. 10-8 the final. After a 9-run top of the first, Blummer, things got a little bit scary down the stretch.
No, that was an event. We had a ball game in the first inning, and then all of a sudden we had a whole different ball game from the second inning on, and it became a battle of bullpens. The Astros were able to wait out the Kansas City Royals. But man, what a ball game. It was interesting early.
10-8 final. The Astros post-game show presented by Whataburger will break it all down. Kevin Etchenfelder and Brian Bogusevic. Lauren Callender helping out with interviews on the field and in the clubhouse. Astros win it 10-8. Post-game show next.
Time is not your friend. Do what I do. Call Atlas.